Hello folks, welcome to the Whiskered Woodcarver. I am Jeff C., a visual marketing and live video strategist, and this is the show where I carve for about 30 minutes and talk with my friends. And we usually have a topic. Today is, we're talking about what's the last thing you learned, like a skill or something that interests you that you didn't have to learn for work. It wasn't part of your job, but something you just really maybe got fascinated with and kind of went down the kind of a rabbit hole to figure out what it is. So, hey, there's Liz Wilcox. Haven't seen you there for a while. I saw that you were doing a webinar or like a summit, Liz. That looked really interesting. I need to sign up for that. I don't know if it's still going on, but that looked very cool. If it's still going on, make sure you drop it in the comments because people may want to find out about that. But I'm glad, Liz, that you stopped by today. We are going to continue to carve on. This is our prototype here, and this is how far we've gotten. Still need to work on, I think the feet, I was looking at it right before the show started. The feet are a little big. I'm going to do some more stuff there, but let's jump right to the carving cam, and we will get started. There we go. So, as always, we start with sharpening our knives, putting on our safety materials. And so Joshua had a bad day, and he says, I really needed this. Well, good. I live to serve Mr. Kennedy. So Josh, that is a good skill. He says he learned his CNC machine, which is very, very cool. That is a great skill. So I am trying to think of something I learned outside of work. The cool thing, if you have a job that you really enjoy, it's not like work. You've heard that old kind of cheesy saying, but it is very true. Because I love learning all this live video and nerdy stuff that I get to do here. But I started last year, playing the piano. I hadn't played since I was a kid, so I guess that would be the last thing kind of I learned outside of work. But the thing is, there's so many cool things about what I do in social media marketing that it changes so much that it's kind of fun. It's always new, so I'm always learning things. But it is work, so I'm trying to see anything else I learned. Yeah, so Liz goes, I am part of a summit on digital products. I'm teaching on email marketing. Thanks for letting me share. You're the best. Yeah, awesome. So I saw that in my feed, and I need to go sign up because I always like learning stuff about digital products. So that's really cool, Liz. So what about you, Liz? What have you learned maybe outside of work lately that kind of something that's fascinated you? I kind of have interests that I always kind of seem to go down the rabbit hole to a lot of times. Like somebody mentioned chainsaw carving the other day in one of our lives together, and I chainsaw carving. I need to go look at that again. Maybe things have changed, and so that was like a couple hours for me down the rabbit hole. And I looked at power carving. That's when they actually use some kind of like a big Dremel. Some of them use, and other people have reciprocating carving tools, and I think that's really cool. So I went down the rabbit hole on that a little bit. But yeah, I'd love to know what you guys, some cool things that you maybe have gone down the rabbit hole with. Here we go. Let's see if I can pop that out with one of my handy dandy tools here. So I'm just trying to get some separation here on the old feet. Yeah, I like that name, Rebel Boss. That's a cool name for a summit there, Liz. Oh, writing. That's right. Joshua says, I've written a poem book, devotional prayer book, and 2 storybooks, and currently trying to do another. That's awesome, Josh. These feet are hard to get a hold of. Right here. There we go. So Liz goes, ugh, this is such a hard question for me. I feel like I'm always working lately or spending time resting. I guess lately I've been learning more about food and how to eat better. Learning how to use spices together and what to eat for certain vitamins times of the day to eat. Very interesting, yeah. So, I've talked about this before, but I do all the cooking. Just it worked out that way because my wife's a teacher. When she was at school, it just made sense because I could start it while she's on her way home and she didn't have to worry about it. Plus, I was hungry and I get to eat what I want to. That was probably the main reason. But so I guess outside of work cooking, I just started. On my Instagram, that you can actually go see it, that there's I started doing sourdough. My mom is an incredible cook and baker. Maybe that's where I got it from. My dad can make a mean omelet, but mom was the cook of the family, so I guess that's what I've kind of been learning. But I started with like Plated, which was a food service, and they stopped, which made my heart weep a little bit. So I've been doing some other ones, testing those, and then cooking. And like I said, I made some sourdough bread, and I kind of think that's kind of fun. So I get it, Liz, but you're probably eating way more healthy, and I'm just trying to eat. See, these pants are a little boxy, and I'm trying to smooth them down a little bit. Yeah, Joshua goes, my mom is incredible at everything. She is. She really is. So, Kristen says, I just today learned about Josh Elkin and decided he is someone I need to follow. So who is this Josh Elkin and why is he somebody you need to follow? See, I just tell my kids that what we have now with the internet and stuff, I would have killed just like learning the piano. I mean, now I'm taking piano lessons from Harry Connick Jr. I mean, when was that ever available? I mean, it's just the technology and stuff is amazing. I just think that we've got so much cool stuff going on that we can do now. Oh, a creative chef guy. Oh, very cool. So I got to edit. Had the privilege of editing Guy Kawasaki's podcast where he had Andrew Zimmern on. It was one of my favorite episodes from Bizarre Foods, the guy who did that on the Travel Channel. That was an interesting episode. That was a lot of fun. So he needs more of a booty going down here, I think. Oh, he cooks live on Wednesday. Oh, on Twitch. Okay. I'll have to go check that out, Kristen. I've thought about doing a show. My daughter and I have talked about this because we have a small kitchen, and we thought about doing a show called Crappy Kitchen Cooking. Because it would be funny. Because most of the time when I'm in there cooking, I'm like yelling because I'm mad because I don't have enough room or... This guy may have a little more folds in his pants. I'm trying to work on... One of the things I think that really good carvers do is they really make the clothes and the flow of the folds of the clothes look really, really real. Really, really real. Yeah, that sounded good. But that's harder than it looks. And so in trying to figure that out, I'm kind of looking at some other carvings. I can experiment on Mr. Bear here and see what happens. Yes, Josh goes, I've always looked at the wood I'm working on and said, yes, it needs more booty. That's right. This bear's got back. We watched the other day The Great Outdoors with John Candy and Dan Aykroyd. My daughter had never seen it, and that whole scene where they shoot the bear and it blows all the fur off his hiney and he runs away. That's pretty funny. Bear booty. Something funny about bear booty. Yeah, that is a classic, isn't it, Liz? Yeah. I really liked John Candy I watched a lot of his stuff when I was in high school. And I just, he's one who went too soon, I think. Spaceballs, all those ones. So good news for a good show. I think I finished my job today. That's all that's left is to turn them over, I think. Good. Let's see here. Oh, she saw, Liz says she saw 2 giant black bears in our yard this week. That would freak me out a little bit. So where are you at now, Liz? Are you traveling? Is this I know you're usually always traveling, but where did you see these? They didn't have overalls on. That would be strange. What was that one bear that used to go through that town on its hind legs? Is there something wrong with its front paws? And it would walk around and became a famous bear that would walk around like a dude. Can't remember what his name was. Connecticut for the summer, then who knows, but I'm in a house in a real life office. Oh, you're going to get spoiled there, Liz. What are you going to do when you have to leave? But that would freak me out seeing a bear. Because, I mean, I saw, what was that movie? Oh, The Edge with Anthony Hopkins and Alec Baldwin in that bear attack. Ugh. And then that one with Leonardo DiCaprio, what was it called? The Remnant or something like that. So have that thought tonight, Liz, while you go to bed. Yes, Pedals the bear. That was right. Thanks, Carrie. So, Carrie, now that I see that you're here, what is one thing you've learned that is not work-related that you've done recently? Like one thing that has fascinated you that you want to learn more about? Like Kristen said, there's a chef now she's watching. What are some things that you have learned? Oops. Still a little blocky here in the back. I'm going to try to round some of this up. Yeah, I want to know, Carrie. I mean, what's like something that's... I mentioned like cooking for me. Liz had some cooking stuff she's learning. We all probably know more than about vaccine and viruses than we never needed to learn before. Yeah. Josh says, my wife says how to calm her husband down when he starts throwing tools. That's something you should learn. And Josh, you should not throw your things. So Carrie goes, oh my gosh, I'm so boring. I can't think anything new is late, but it's work related. So, okay, Carrie, so what have you been, is there anything you've been reading or watching that's not work related that, interests you? Like, I had never, so I watched 1917. I made for sure that it wasn't going to bring me down or whatever. I had a friend who said, yeah, you need to watch it, because I like war movies. But I did not know much about World War I, and so I kind of dove down that a little bit. But I mean, Josh, you said you don't work. He goes, hey, nothing's work related when you don't work, but you do work. So that's not totally accurate. You just don't sit around and eat bonbons all day. Oh, that's right, Carrie, you did. So you do get special credit for watching all the Star Wars movies in order. So I'm glad you did that, because I don't know if I would let you on the stream if you hadn't watched Star Wars all the way through. My son's doing the same thing with his girlfriend right now, because I told him he couldn't bring her home unless she's seen them. Is that bad parenting? Maybe. But I did it anyway. Is it wrong now that I want a lightsaber? Only seen the old ones, which were awesome. Yes. So when I was at Galaxy's Edge, before all this stuff went crazy, you can go make your own lightsaber. It's expensive, but my daughter really wants to do it, and I'm like, so someday we'll go do that, so she can have the experience of doing that. It's pretty cool. But I'm like, I didn't want to fly back with the plane with the lightsaber. Oh, there's Heather Crafter, an amazing live streamer, and I hope to grow up to be just like her. She's amazing. Hey, Heather, how are you? Thank you for stopping by on the old Twitch platform. What color does she want? I love her lightsaber. It's probably red. She probably wants to be a Sith and bad person. I think that's what she wanted, but I'm not sure. So, how do you know when to stop carving? That's a good question. When it finally gets to where I want it to be. Like right now, I'm like working on the feet, because I think they're too big. They don't look right yet. So I guess I'm happy with it, which can be sometimes not ever. And it's really strange, Heather, that most of the time I'll have multiple carvings going. Like I'll work on something for a while, and then I'll switch to, like maybe working on a Santa, or maybe go do something really simple. But for this show, it's kind of like I got to keep working on the same thing. Like I was starting to work, one day Dad and I were sitting out in the porch, and this is like a practice stick that I bought, that I dropped and it broke. That's why it's only this part of it. But I started working on the Santa, just to have a change of pace. But for the show, I'm trying to do one project at a time, because I like to show people how much you can get done in 30 minutes. No, Heather, you are awesome. Aim higher. I wish I could paint like you, because it sure make my carvings look better. Oh, Oh, yes. So, yeah, show it to me. So Heather goes, I have a video of my son with his lightsaber slow motion twirling or whatever, and it's so cool. Yeah, I want to see it. She says it's on Instagram. That'll be cool. Carve and send it over. Yeah, but then that would start a whole thing, Heather, if I started sending you all my projects, because it would be so easy and you make them look so nice. There's a famous Disney artist, and I can't remember his name, but he sells all these figurines. He's like, if you Google it, that's all his stuff is. But they look like they're hand carved. They're made out of resin because they cast them and duplicate them or whatever. But I really want to be able to someday do like Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs or something like that in kind of his style, which I just really think is cool. So that's my goal, I guess. So that would be something that I researched outside of work for me. Something totally that I went down the rabbit trail with was some of those Disney carvings. So that's the topic, Heather. What have you done that's not work related? What have you gotten a skill you've learned or something you've gone down the rabbit hole that doesn't have to do with work but just kind of fascinated you? I want to know, because you're a fascinating person. Kirsten goes, ooh, I love the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs carving idea. And that makes me a little nervous, because it's so everybody knows what they look like. You can't just go, hey, this is a bear, but it's like, this is Grumpy. So I would like to be able to get to where I am confident enough to attempt that. And I'm sure it'll take me more than one shot at doing those. So Heather goes, yeah, I don't know. Everything I do is one way or another work related, art, tech, social media. Yeah. So, that, and we kind of touched on this at the beginning, was like, if you're doing something for work that you really like to do, then it doesn't feel like work. And then it's, it turns into fun, and it's like, you get paid to do what you really like to do, which is very much a blessing. And a lot of people do not have that. But I have been very blessed to be able to do and learn stuff that really interests me. And stuff I never thought I would be doing live video and carving on it's just where life takes you, and you have to be open to those possibilities and not be afraid to walk through the doors or be afraid and do it anyway. Because I never thought I would be here. In high school, there wasn't a thing called social media. Yeah, Heather goes, I never thought I'd get to do any of what I do. Grateful for the opportunity. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And Heather's we were back in the day on Google Plus doing stuff before you could even broadcast with mobile, and it was kind of like the Wild West. We were doing all these experiments, but I keep bragging on you, Heather. I've talked to people about the game show that you guys had started back in the day, and you're still doing it. In fact, I'm doing kind of it. I'm not as program savvy as Michael is, but I'm doing a game show this Friday with some friends that we're going to broadcast live. That'll be fun. Yeah, Heather goes, there is nothing called live streaming. That's true. We were both in there's a guy named Ronnie Binzer who was a really cool guy who taught how to do this stuff, and we both were in his group. And, that was one thing too. It was like going down the rabbit hole, something I didn't know it would be for work, but it was fun and interesting, and it turned out to be a major income stream for me. So we're doing, yeah, new game shows this Friday. So we're doing ours. We're doing it in the afternoon because I want to try. If you know Ian Anderson Gray, he's from the UK, and so we want to make it early enough for him that he wasn't like up all night. So we're doing it like at 3 p.m. Central, and it'll be on this channel. So we tested it a couple weeks ago. I'm using there's a thing called Jackbox TV where you can actually have the audience can play along with you, which is a lot of fun. So we're going to be doing that. So Eva says, I've learned how to shop well. That is a good skill. Even online, but would rather go to the stores. I'm not real tech savvy. So it's funny. I was made for this lockdown because I do not like going to stores. And I think I had Amazon Prime when it first came out. And I love it. And so this was like I'm like the quartermaster for my household. I get everything. Yes, you know Ian because of the stuff we do. Yeah, so he's going to be on it, and it's fun. But there's Heather, we'll have you on because I want you to experience how cool this software is for this game show because you guys could really dig it. So dig it. How old am I? So yeah. If you can't watch the replay, it's a lot of fun. On this channel, there's I think it's a couple weeks back. You can actually go back and watch the one that we did to see how it works. It's pretty fun. Dig it, yeah. Do you dig it? I feel like I'm in Greece or something. Still working on the bear booty. See, it's splitting. I don't like it when it does that. Oops, that was close. That's why you wear a glove. Yeah, groovy, baby. Yeah. I never said dig it in school. I don't know why I said that. I did wear hammer pants, though. Did have some of those. That's what some... Yeah, that's rad. That's right, Heather. Yeah, so we all ought to do a show where we just post pictures of us from high school and just laugh and laugh. Of course, my hair's getting like it used... Oh, I just put sawdust in it. Like I used to be in high school. Yeah, okay. You say that's rad all the time, Heather? Is that what you say and your kids make fun of it? My kids make fun of me for anything I say. They just don't know how cool of a dad they have. Let's see. Look at this V-tool. See if this makes some of this, clean this up a little bit. Joshua Kennedy, you look like a hammer pants type of guy. I'm going to take that as a compliment, Josh. There we go. That's what I needed right there. Get some definition in that arm. I used to worry about putting lines in the bear when I was kind of doing some of this stuff, but the cool thing is, the bear is hairy, and I'm going to put... You can see there I've got lines like to his fur that we'll do towards the end after I get his coveralls carved on. Yeah, I figured I know Michael likes to build all that stuff for his thing, but it is so cool that your audience can play along with Jackbox. Heather, it's really, really cool. And there's a ton of fun games. There's a drawing game. Hey, there's Mia Voss. Hey, Mia. You're fine. You're fine. Last minute. So Heather goes, my kids got me playing Minecraft, and that is not work-related. My kids got into that a little bit too. The cool thing now is they're teaching kids how to code using Minecraft, which I think is very, very cool. Yeah, it's gamer related. I'll give you credit for that. Carrie goes, that's how I feel about getting dressed lately. I'm carving them on. Hashtag Corona Pounds. I think I started, like I said, I've been cooking, but there's on my last Instagram story, I shared the skillet cookie that I made, and we ate most of it that one sitting. So Mia says, I relearned how to string her guitar. So are you starting to play guitar again, Mia? Is that what you're learning? Because that would be something to watch when you do your lives. I'd love to see you play your guitar. All right, look, we got some stuff done today. Got I'm gonna have to go in there and clean up a little bit around the feet, take it down. I think we're pretty close there. We may take it in a little tighter. And his booty, got some definition on his booty. Bear's got back, and some folds in his pants back here. Got a little more baggy pants than my original one, but I kind of like that. So anyway, we'll continue on that. So getting there, folks. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, you guys are so awesome spending this time with me. I really appreciate that. Heather is here. Make sure you check her out on Twitch. She's an incredible artist. I always learn stuff watching her channel. Make sure that you go check her out. Joshua, it's always fun hanging out with you. Mia says, I've dusted off the guitar strings. I may bust out some songs. I would love to see that, Mia. So that's very, very cool. So Carrie goes, again, need booty definition. Bears need to have, tight glutes as well. So anyway, yeah, Bear's got some booty. Anyways, Bear's got some back. All right, thanks guys, I appreciate it. You have a great rest of your evening, and don't forget to tune in about 3 p.m. Central on Friday, where we're going to be playing. I'm going to got Eric Fisher, Grace Duffy, Ian Anderson Gray. We're going to be playing some live games where you can tune in, where you can join in. Kristen was there last time, and she'll admit that it was pretty fun. So we will do that again, and invite your friends, play along. Until then, we'll see you guys later. Bye now.